When someone asks you why you don't want kids, what do you say? Do you give them the simple answer just to stop the conversation? Or do you try to explain something they'll probably never understand? Here's the thing nobody talks about. Some women don't want children because they remember being one. They remember what it felt like to need protection and not get it. They remember promising themselves they'd never put anyone through what they went through. But that's just one reason. Today we're talking about the real reasons women choose not to have kids. And I guarantee at least one of these will hit you right in the chest. Number 1, they have too much cognitive empathy. In psychology, there's something called cognitive empathy. It's the ability to understand and feel for someone else's experience, even when that someone doesn't exist yet. Women who choose not to have children often possess this in abundance. These are the women who grew up in homes where love came with conditions, where the sound of a door slamming meant everyone had to walk on eggshells, where being too sensitive was treated like a character flaw instead of a natural response to chaos. They remember what it felt like to be small and confused, wondering why the adults around them couldn't protect them from pain. They remember lying awake at night, trying to make sense of a world that seemed designed to hurt them. So when they think about bringing a child into this world, they don't see cute baby clothes and first steps. They see their own childhood eyes, wide, questioning, and quietly asking, why didn't anyone keep me safe? This isn't fear talking. This is love in its purest form. It's the kind of love that says, I won't create a life just to watch it struggle the way I did. Number 2, the weight of generational trauma. Some women carry wounds that run deeper than their own lifetime. They can trace patterns of pain through their family tree like branches on a twisted oak. Maybe it was addiction. Maybe it was abuse. Maybe it was just a long line of people who never learned how to love properly. These women understand something powerful, that hurt people often hurt people, even when they don't mean to. They've watched their own parents repeat cycles they probably swore they'd never continue. The decision not to have children becomes an act of incredible strength. It's saying, the buck stops here. This pattern of pain ends with me. They're willing to face the judgment, the questions, the assumption that something is wrong with them because they know something most people don't want to admit. Breaking a cycle isn't just about deciding to do things differently. Sometimes it's about deciding not to do them at all. Number 3, the reality of modern motherhood. Let's talk about what motherhood actually looks like today. It's not the Instagram photos or the Hallmark movies. It's sleepless nights, financial stress, and the constant pressure to be perfect while feeling like you're failing. Many women look at their own lives and realize they're barely keeping their heads above water. They're working multiple jobs, dealing with their own mental health struggles, trying to pay rent in a world where everything costs more, but wages stay the same. They ask themselves, how can I give a child what they need when I'm still figuring out how to take care of myself? This isn't selfishness, it's self-awareness. It's understanding that children deserve more than good intentions. Some of these women are already parenting. They're taking care of aging parents, raising their siblings, or pouring their nurturing energy into careers where they help others. They know their capacity, and they're honest about it. Number 4, the fear of becoming what they feared. There's a specific terror that comes with being raised by someone who is struggling. It's the fear that no matter how hard you try, you might end up hurting the people you love most. These women have seen how quickly love can turn into control, how protection can become possession, how the best intentions can create the worst outcomes. They've lived through the experience of having a parent who was doing their best, but whose best wasn't enough. They understand that wanting to be a good parent isn't the same as being ready to be one. They know that love isn't always enough to heal the broken places inside us, and they refuse to gamble with another person's childhood. This fear isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's the recognition that parenting isn't just about what you want to give, but about what you're actually capable of providing consistently, day after day, year after year. Number 5, financial reality. Check. Let's be honest about money. Raising a child today costs hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's not including college, medical emergencies, or any of the unexpected expenses that come with having a tiny human who depends on you for everything. Many women look at their bank accounts and realize they can barely afford their own lives, let alone someone else's. They're paying off student loans, trying to save for retirement, dealing with medical bills, or helping support their own families. They refuse to bring a child into financial instability. They won't subject a kid to the stress of parents who are constantly worried about money. They remember what it felt like to hear their parents fighting about bills, to feel guilty for needing things, to understand too young that money was always tight. This isn't materialistic thinking. It's practical love. It's understanding that children need more than affection to thrive. Number 6, the world they see. Some women look at the state of the world and feel a deep sadness about what they would be bringing a child into. Climate change, political instability, social media pressure, school shootings, rising costs of living. The list goes on. They think about their hypothetical child's future and see struggle. They imagine trying to explain why the world is the way it is, why people are so cruel to each other, why there's so much suffering. These women aren't being pessimistic. They're being realistic. They're acknowledging that life is hard and getting harder in many ways. They're questioning whether it's fair to create a life that will have to navigate all of this complexity and pain. Sometimes the kindest thing you can do for someone is not bring them into a storm you're not sure they can weather. Number 7, they're already mothering themselves. Here's something beautiful that people don't talk about enough. Many child-free women are incredible mothers. They're just mothering themselves and others in different ways. They're the ones who finally learn to comfort their own inner child. They're giving themselves the patience and understanding they never received. They're breaking cycles by healing their own wounds instead of passing them on. They pour their nurturing energy into friendships, careers, community work, or caring for animals. They mentor younger people, support their friends through hard times, or dedicate themselves to causes that make the world better. They understand that motherhood isn't just about biology. It's about nurturing, protecting, and helping others grow. And they're doing that every day, just not in the traditional way. Number 8, the pressure to justify their choice. Society puts enormous pressure on women to want children. If you don't, you must explain yourself. You must justify why you're going against what's supposedly your biological purpose. These women are tired of being treated like they're broken or missing something essential. They're tired of people assuming they'll change their minds, that they just haven't met the right person, or that they're being selfish. They've thought about this decision deeply. They've considered all the angles. They've imagined what their lives would look like with children, and they've made a conscious choice based on self-knowledge and honesty. The fact that they have to defend this choice constantly shows how little society values women's autonomy and decision-making abilities. Number 9, they love differently. The assumption that women who don't want children, don't like kids, or don't have maternal instincts is completely wrong. Many of these women love children deeply. That's exactly why they won't have them. They're the teachers who stay late to help struggling students. They're the aunts who spoil their nieces and nephews. They're the friends who babysit without being asked. They're the volunteers at children's organizations. They love children enough to want what's best for them, even if that means admitting they're not the right person to be someone's primary caregiver. They love children enough to step back and let others who are better equipped take on that role. This kind of love requires incredible honesty and selflessness. Number 10, the peace they've found. Many women who choose not to have children have found a peace that comes from knowing themselves deeply. They've done the work to understand their limitations, their triggers, their capacity for stress and responsibility. They've created lives that work for them. They have routines that help them manage their mental health. They have relationships that fulfill them. They have goals and dreams that don't include children, and that's perfectly valid. They're not missing out on something. They're choosing something different. They're choosing the kind of life that allows them to be their best selves, which often means recognizing what they're not meant to do. There's incredible wisdom in knowing yourself well enough to make decisions that go against social expectations. The truth is, women who choose not to have children aren't selfish, broken, or missing out. They're often incredibly self-aware, deeply empathetic, and courageously honest about what they can and cannot provide. Some of them are breaking generational cycles of trauma. Some are protecting their mental health. Some are making financial decisions. Some are responding to the state of the world. And some simply don't want children. And that's reason enough. Their choice deserves respect, not judgment. Their decision deserves understanding, not constant questioning. And their lives deserve to be seen as complete and meaningful, regardless of whether they include children. If this resonates with you, if you felt misunderstood or judged for your choice, know that you're not alone. Your decision is valid, your reasons are enough, and your life has value, exactly as it is. What do you think? Do any of these reasons resonate with your own experience, or the experiences of women you know? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and I love hearing your perspectives. And if this video helped you feel understood, or gave you language for something you felt but couldn't express, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content about psychology, relationships, and understanding ourselves better. Your support means everything and helps these conversations reach the people who need to hear them most. Thank you for watching. And remember, your choices about your own life are always valid, no matter what anyone else thinks.